Hello! Welcome to my little chat of the day. This has actually been a very good selfie therapy experience to do a couple days in a row of just, I don't want it to turn into like a Festivus bearing of grievances, but just to be able to sit and be real and kind of rediscover. It's not a matter of rediscovering. It's not a matter of, because I know it's there. It's not a matter of being reborn because, I'm pretty much myself. I guess it's like a full-on come apart is what some people might be considering what you're witnessing. However, I would like to think of it more as a recalibration. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And there's a lot of disparity I've been experiencing. One of the major factors that I've been wrestling with is, I guess, a lot of identity issues around people put so much weight on how we present ourselves. And I'm realizing in this final excavation of my stabilizing my root energies that I guess there were a lot of things that I never really reconciled about being criticized. Even just trying to speak freely, I realized that I've been really restrained. It's not just like recently I've had like chronic interruptions and it feels a little bit of gaslighting and things of that nature. But what preceded that and what kind of welcomed that conditioning was the preconditioning of being, I was either trying to sound too smart or I was being too, not polite enough. Like I'm thinking like little kid stuff. Or, I'm notorious for these terrible long pauses, but if I speed up, I'm speaking too fast. If I'm not speaking, I'm being too loud and too demonstrative, obnoxious, or I'm seeming too moody or too not articulate, blah, 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 blah. And I really kind of picked my battles and was selective in my associations. So, I just kind of figured that some of that sediment, like down in the bottom of the gas tank, I don't know why I keep coming up with all these car analogies, where it was just kind of like, okay, that's fine. But apparently, it's kind of clogging my system. It's kind of resurfacing. I guess it's been disrupted. So what I need to do is just go through this process and, I don't know, decide like how I want to present myself. I have all these millions of expectations and I just keep getting caught in this disparity. I keep thinking about how I want to do all these grandiose things. I want to share all of this enlightenment. I want to do all these creative applications and how disengaging it is to talk about the weather or whatever. But then I think, a lot of the things that it's like trauma response, because it's not that I don't enjoy talking about the weather. And the weather affects us. And if that's what is on people's mind, like we've been in this heat wave and the temperatures have been really uncomfortable and odd. And it's been notable. I have one of my kids is like really into the meteorology and, it's very fascinating. But so we associate kind of like the AI associates like Tuesday with being like benign and like drawl and blah, blah, blah. That, to talk about the weather. It's like something where it's not a matter of the weather. It's a matter of the energy. And it's like this incongruity. People, and so that's one of the things is that, excuse me. I think there's a lot about this credibility and this, like I've mentioned before, this like professionalism, give this like fake persona of customer service, gives an illusion of some kind of credence or something. And to me, it's like if you're in the trenches and, you don't, somebody with a bunch of scars and, like looking like hell, like they've been through the whatever, it's like you're happy to have someone reaching out their hand, even if it's all covered in goo, if they understand they've been there, they've endured it. It's not like, oh yeah, you silly, you were injured on the battlefield, you must suck. No, it's you know what's up. You've learned and you've endured and you're resilient and you have something to, like whatever to share, to some strength to, and so That's my thing, is like, yes, we don't need to, like, we can learn, the wisdom is like learning from other people's suffering. You don't have to put your hand on the fire to know that that's not a good thing. You don't need to have experienced every little thing in order to be able to help steer people. I understand that. But sometimes, just getting down and real is resonates a little bit more, and it just feels a little bit more relatable. So, but then again, it can be misconstrued. And oh my gosh, we're already like 5 minutes in. And see, that's another disparity. I could go on for literally hours talking in circles about nothing, or I could do, like, you can say a lot in 30 seconds. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep showing up and figuring out, like, what I want to do with whichever, dimension of myself that I want at the moment, so in the way that it can best serve toward the collective. It's not because I'm selfish. It's not because I just want to be self-absorbed and talk all about my stories. But the thing is if you, even if you want to talk on a universal level to people, in order to be relatable, sometimes you have to, that's where what I really want to do with this is figure out how I can strike the balance of relatability on a broader subject that I can tie in, because I really truly know and can offer perspective without coming off as presumptuous, like oh, you have to do it this way, or it's my way, or the highway, and blah. So that is what we're working on in this, like I said, come apart, or, grand, it's not a reinvention. It really is just a, like a demonstration that it is okay. Maybe it really is that, like, re-adolescence, just going through your closet of, like, mimicry and the personality traits that are either inherent or acquired from your conditioning, and picking through, like, well, how do I want to be? How do I want to appear? It doesn't mean that you're different and, like, you're not the same person. And it's so funny, because it'd be easier if it was just a matter of, like, changing the wardrobe instead of having like a dozen of the same uniform. But anyway, I don't know. That is today's daily blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to keep posting until I come up with a rhyme or reason. Yeah, I might surprise you. One of these days I might show up organized and, like, with something a little bit more eloquent to say. Watch and see. I share balanced strength. I am structured yet free. I trust in my insights. I enact my destiny.